All right, we're back. I kind of got interrupted in the last episode, so this will be a two-parter. I'll probably end up uploading them both today as well, so you guys will have more content to enjoy, which honestly, I want to do 2 videos a day minimum. It's just hard when it doesn't feel like anything is going anywhere, or doesn't feel like I'm doing anything quite right. But that doesn't matter. I'm doing it because I enjoy it. It doesn't matter if you enjoy it as much. Like, I hope you enjoy it, of course. But I'm doing this mainly for me and for the people that actually want to enjoy it. So, again, if you're here, glad, thank you, appreciate it, amazing, you're beautiful, gorgeous. If you're here and don't like it, well, good for you. Thank you for stopping by. Have a good day. Hope you find something more enjoyable. But it is your Captain Dreamer here. The lost dimensional time traveler here. Oh, no. It was time traveler. Sorry. I gotta get my nicknames right. The lost dimensional. Wow. Wanderer. That's the lost dimensional wanderer. That's what I'll call myself. The lost dimensional wanderer. The lost time dimensional wanderer. Too many adjectives. Anyways. It is the Lost Dimensional Wanderer here, also your captain, Dreamslayer, and I'm going to be picking up roughly where I left off. I posed this question to myself last night as I was drifting off into slumber, right? I mean, not really, because I had a difficult time sleeping last night, but it's fine. Can you trace literal humanity back to the first cell that it was created from? I feel like that is a very important and, hard question to answer. Because there were probably billions upon trillions upon quadrillions of cells in the ocean stewing, and somehow we came out on top or something. I don't know. As you saw, we read an article like, did we have a semi-aquatic phase? I'm not really here for that. I'm not here for that specifically. Like, okay, it's a cool idea, and it does help semi-prove my hypothesis or theory or idea, rather just question in general here, which is, if where I left off in the last video was like I said, look at your cat or your dog or a bird or a plant, anything like that. It is made up of multiple billions of cells. Like, let's look that up real quick. Let's just get a quick fact check according to Google. Maybe Google could be wrong. You never know, but I'll just go based off of that because it's just generalized information. How many cells are in the human body? 37.2 trillion cells, supposedly. There could be more, there could be less. That's probably just an average, right? So when we talk like cellular type stuff, when we're talking how far back I'm talking like the Earth hasn't gone through any real heating cooling phases, or well, no, it has just finished its heating cooling phases and it's spewing up that lava in the ocean that, tiny microorganisms feed off of. Can we trace ourselves back to that microorganism? Now, I'm not good at research, right? I could sit here and look up how far back can you trace the human cellular makeup. Forget my fat finger there. Closest link to Eve, our universal ancestor, and that's... Sorry, I got something caught in my throat. That's interesting, right? I'm not even looking up religion yet, because in the last video I gave you 3 different scenarios, right? There is, technically 4, but one of them's a mixture of 2 of them. There is fish to human, there is chimp to human, there is fish to chimp to human, and then there's it all happened under the eyes of God. This is referring to, and I kind of just pointed at my screen there, wow, like I literally reached over my boom arm. This is kind of, kind of in the area of religion, right? but none of this is giving me exactly what I'm looking for, right? I don't know if I didn't use the right terminology or what. How far back can you trace the human cellular makeup? Let's, instead of saying how far back, how about, can you trace a human cell back to the ocean? What does this give me? Will it give me the same? Invisible to human, microplastic particles now discoverable in human embryo, ocean current. No. Okay, so back on to what I was trying to say before I, went on with the idea that I'm bad at researching things. You look at a dog or a cat or a bird or a grass, they're made up of a couple billions of cells, right? Well, not only is some bacteria in your body good for you and healthy for you, you've got to realize you're a bunch of different things working together. Like, you want to think that you're all just one person, when no, technically, in a way, you're a bunch of different little organisms helping each other survive. At best, you could say your brain is you, but even then, considering there's memory loss and stuff like that, things in there that are probably trying to eat away at your brain, I'm not certain on that fact. It's tough to say, but we'll just say for now, for a blanket statement, for a generality, just to get off this, your brain is you. Your body is a bunch of different cells. Can we trace back all of those individual cells to figure out exactly where we started and how we started? Whether it's from the chimps in the trees or if it's from the ocean. That is what I am legitimately curious about, because not everything about us Homo sapiens is perfect. I mean, we have genetic diseases, we have our issues too, even though we're, apex predator of the planet, right? But that still doesn't explain how in the world, because I was sitting there, I have a friend on Discord, by the way, hi Super, I kind of collabed him with him before, I need to get back on that, don't think I've forgotten about it, I haven't. He showed me this video series. I'm forgetting the title of it right now. I still need to watch the second and third episode, but it was reviewing. The first episode was reviewing like how human life became human life on Earth, and it was basically giving us the whole soup stew, bacteria and tiny little microorganisms down at the bottom of the ocean feeding off of nutrients from the heat of the core of the Earth, right? Fairly simple idea. Really cool, but the amount of time it would take the fact that we've been able to speed run that somehow, it's a question of where in the world did we come from? How? I mean, I get it. We have obviously evidence that maybe we just straight up came from monkeys because Neanderthals and all that, but that still doesn't make complete sense to me. Because evolution is something that takes time, a lot of time. And I mean, let's look this up. How old is the oldest Neanderthal fossils? 430,000 years old, right? Hundreds, thousands, tens of thousands, 100,000s, 430,000 years old. Sorry, I have to do that. I'm bad with numbers. Math was never my strong suit. I will tell you that right now, okay? That is not enough time, in my eyes, for evolution to sit there and say, okay, you're losing fur. Okay, your nose are going to get smaller. Shucks. You're going to walk on 2 feet. You're going to have opposable thumbs. Not that monkeys don't have opposable thumbs. I think there are some monkeys that have opposable thumbs, but opposable thumbs that work better, I feel like. Do monkeys have opposable thumbs? No, that's a question I gotta look up. Wow. Do monkeys have opposable thumbs? They do have... okay, certain ones have opposable thumbs. Okay. That's fine. That's fine. But the thing is that evolution takes a lot of time. It is not something you are going to witness in your lifetime. Yeah, I'm sorry. Like, maybe 3 generations from now, we'll be able to look back at us and be like, there are some minor differences. Now my hair's more spiky, like it anime, or we no longer have toenails because we have clipped them and the body has just deemed them stupid. Or, I don't know. I mean, it's just not something, you learn that. It's not something you're gonna see. It's not something you can physically observe in your lifetime, really. There are very, 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 very few things, maybe. Like, maybe you'll see grass turn blue instead of green. I doubt it, but it's possible. So it's sitting there trying to figure out, how did we combine ourselves with a bunch of different bacteria and everything like that to become this multi-trillion, sorry, words are hard, multi-trillion cellular organism that's able to think, see, and rationalize. And that is where I'm confused. Like, with the idea that we came out of the ocean, okay, but 430,000 years, not enough time for that. Well, I mean, okay, that's to the first Neanderthal. That's not to the time before Neanderthals. But let's just say, for some odd reason, in some way, it only took them, we'll just add 1,000,000 years. So 1,000,000 years and 430,000 years. That would be kind of understandable, but I don't even, how old is the Earth? How old is the Earth? Old is the Earth. Okay, okay, yeah, okay, never mind. I was, estimated, of course, to be 4.543 billion years old here. Okay, that's fine. That's cool. So 1,000,000 years, not even a real speck in the time that Earth has been around, theoretically. I still don't feel like we would be able to evolve to not only combat bacteria with immune systems, but then again, that's all life. I mean, some life gets sick, like, let's just say a fish gets sick, but it beats the sickness. All life in general. I don't think all this life could have been made in 1,000,000 years and 430,000. Like, it doesn't make sense to me. That's completely wild. So let's just say maybe. Okay, let's move on from the fish aspect. Let's move on to the monkeys. Let's just say they're right. We came down from the trees and we just started evolving to stand upright to see over the vegetation so we can hunt and gather better, right? It's slightly more understandable. Definitely would take a lot less time because you've already got the cell has already come out of the ocean and got onto the land. But let's just completely ignore that. Let's just say, for some odd reason, I don't know, we just existed. It just poof, just some god power, poof, you're there. Monkeys like, tree fun, tree cool, but down there look cooler. Don't know why you'd think that. Trees are pretty dank in my eyes, but so they hop down, and then 100 years, they're standing more upright. Another 500 years, they're walking and standing more upright. Another 150 years, now they're using tools, and you've got your Stone Age and everything like that. A bit more understandable, but I don't feel like we would have lost all our fur in that amount of time. I mean, technically we haven't, because we still have hair all over ourselves. It's just not nearly as thick, And maybe the human body's getting rid of that, or maybe we could just be snake people somehow, and none of us actually know it. Stupid-ass theory, but I'm just joking with that one. But I feel like we've got so many different amalgamations of different species, because we have a literal tailbone. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not going to sit here and say, yeah, cat girl, or anything like that, but, like, I feel like the tailbone is from more of a bird than anything. Not saying we had wings or anything like that, but monkeys have tails though too. So maybe monkey tail, anything like that. Like, did we mate with frickin' monkeys at one point? Like, that does make sense. Or did we mate with birds? Like, to me, tail is more of a bird thing than, well, maybe I didn't think about that one fully through. It is more of a monkey and mammal thing in general because a lot of animals have tails. I mean, bears have little poofy bowl tails, dogs have tails, cats have tails, monkeys have tails. Snakes technically have tails, even though their entire body is practically a tail. But I don't know. I mean, it's crazy. It's just crazy to think about, okay? I can't fully wrap my head around it. Now, we've hit my 15-minute mark, but I'm going to go a little bit further just so it's not a three-parter or anything like that. Then there's the third idea I had that, it's all under the eyes of God, right? He's like, kaboom, Big Bang, I created something from nothing because God. And then he's like, okay, well, now it's boring. Everything's just flying at the speed of light. And he's like, we'll give it a couple thousand years to let gravity. Don't know how he thought up of gravity. Let gravity pull things in closer and closer. And then all of a sudden you've got a hydrogen star. And then that one explodes after a couple millions of years. And he's like, yeah, that's cool. But now we've got more elements and we can build a planet. And then the planet's built. And it's like, okay, well, now there's some planets and a lot of stars. But there's nothing to do. Nobody to talk to. I'm kind of bored, man. So he's like, you know what? I'm gonna make organisms. And then he did that. And then he's just gone. It's just like, okay, we'll see what happens. Let's see this little, basically what are those trays called that you use in science to look at bacteria and germs? I don't know. But we'll just let them experiment with themselves, see what happens. And then you've got not only a bunch of different ones that are like bears and snakes and dogs and frogs. Like, how did we get so many different variations? Why are there so many different genetic variations? Why are we the most sentient species? The only point at that point would be that we were bestowed with some kind of gift somehow. Why are we able to think rationally? Why don't we just follow our primal urges? I mean, we probably did do that as Neanderthals and all that. But then we were like, ooh, big brain, fire, and tools. And then we were like, hey, life can be made easier. How come no other animal thinks like that? That is the question. Why is there no true sentience as well? That is another question that we will probably dive into later. Maybe I'll do actual research into that one instead of just sitting here talking about it. Yeah, I mean, we've... I'm sorry this was a two-parter. I have to pick up my sister from the airport today. Thought it was yesterday. No, but that's all right. I am, again, so happy that I hit 30 subscribers. I'm hoping to keep it going from there. Like, it would be so fantastic to be able to actually meet people and talk and hang out and have more friends. Because, like, I have the Quarter Dimensional Wanderer. Really good guy, really great guy. But we've known each other for a while now, and, when you listen to this, man, I'm not hating you. You are, this is just, yeah, but having other people's perspectives and ideas and connections and just being able to share experiences and everything like that would be so freaking wild, man. It'd be so cool. But I'm not here to dream about the future right now as much as I am, because, look at the name of the freaking podcast and channel. But I'm glad you guys are listening. I am appreciative of even just 30 seconds of your time. And, well, stay dreamy, all you beautiful bastards and bad bitches out there. This is the Lost Dimensional Traveler signing off. I screwed it up. It's the Lost Dimensional Wanderer. Wanderer's better than Traveler. But it is what it is. We do it live. Bye.